Both Secretary for Security and myself attach a lot of importance to this report and to each and every of the 52 recommendations made by IPCC. That's why, broadly speaking, I accept all these recommendations and have asked Secretary for Security to personally chair a task force to look at how each and every of the recommendations should be followed through. I have explained at length the role of the police force, and they are there to enforce the law. They have no other purposes. They are not involved in the politics. But if anybody breaches the law, it is the duty of the police officers to enforce the law. So throughout these almost 1 year of social unrest, that is the primary duty of the Hong Kong police force. But of course, in the course of carrying out duties, given the very complicated and difficult circumstances, there were of course situations that could be handled better. There were of course deficiencies in communications, in staff deployment, and in other things as pointed out by the IPCC in its thematic report. So that is where we should find room for improvement. As far as social tension, I think it will continue because one, Hong Kong is a very free society. Secondly, is we are still faced with a lot of confrontations, either in the Legislative Council or in the district councils. So I am not naive to think that the publication of the report or my response to the report, even accepting all the recommendations for implementation, will put an end to this social unrest. But at least we will make every attempt to follow through the recommendations and also the several areas of work that I have outlined. Now, coming back to the establishment of the Independent Review Committee, I try not to be very explicit in my introductory remarks, but the reason, as I understand it, the reason why rather distinguished members of the community who had originally agreed to take up the task of either being a chairman or the member of this Independent Review Committee subsequently pulled out on personal reasons, I guess, was the fear of intimidation, was the fear of doxing on the internet, and the fear of their relatives, their friends, or their businesses being affected. So this is one of the very sad things that we have seen in this almost 1 year of social unrest, that people tend to use force against people who have a different political stance or a different opinion, or simply because those people are supporting the role of the Hong Kong SAR government or the police force. Thank you.